NBC's uproarious new comedy series St. Denis Medical takes viewers into the world of a woefully underfunded hospital, but will the mockumentary return for a second season? Created for the small screen by Eric Ledgin and Justin Spitzer, St. Denis Medical follows in the tradition of The Office and concerns the staff of a hospital in Oregon as their day-to-day activities are being recorded by a documentary crew. Though hardly the first series to spoof the high-tension world of medicine, St. Denis Medical deftly uses the mockumentary format to add new wrinkles to classic hospital humor. Early reviews praised St. Denis Medical for distancing itself from The Office, despite being in the same popular subgenre of comedy that has spawned other hits like Abbott Elementary. This unique approach to the familiar is perhaps the show's strongest aspect, and it is just recognizable enough to grab regular audiences while still adding something new and avoiding staleness. Competition on networks like NBC is often very fierce, and though St. Denis Medical has already made a case to get renewed for more episodes, NBC has yet to give the show a Season 2 order. St. Denis Medical Season 2 latest news. The first season is already a hit on streaming. Meki Leeper as Matt talking to Kaehyun Kim as Serena in St. Denis Medical. Though the show hasn't scored a Season 2 renewal yet, the latest news confirms that St. Denis Medical Season 1 is a hit on streaming. Coming as part of a wave of new medical shows in the 2024 to 2025 fall season, St. Denis Medical has still managed to stand out from the crowd and broke a few streaming records as well. Unlike in the past, networks like NBC now factor streaming numbers into a show's data, and the medical comedy has overachieved during its first few weeks on the air when looking at every piece of evidence. St. Denis Medical earned an impressive 7.2 million viewers across NBC and Peacock, and is now the most watched comedy premiere in the latter's history. While this is great news, the most important stat of all is that the show maintained 82% of its audience between weeks 1 and 2. This sort of retention means fans are likely to stick around throughout the whole run, or could even swell if word of mouth continues. All that adds up to a higher chance that St. Denis Medical Season 2 is renewed. Viewership has also grown since week 1, another good sign. St. Denis Medical Season 2 is not confirmed. The medical comedy hasn't been renewed yet. Josh Lawson and Kaliko Kauahi in St. Denis Medical custom image by Yaelin Chacon. The freshman medical comedy has a tall mountain to climb if it wants to get renewed for a sophomore season, though early data is positive for St. Denis Medical Season 2. Now that NBC and other networks consider streaming data in its rulings, shows like St. Denis Medical are given even more chances to succeed, since the show has already shattered a few records on Peacock. However, the network still hasn't renewed the show, and they will likely wait until the entire season is completed before making their final decision. Early audience retention data is strong thus far, but if a dramatic dip happens at some point during Season 1, Season 2 could be doomed to join the other new shows that get can quickly. On the other hand, the open-ended premise of the mockumentary makes for safe and enjoyable viewing, and it's likely a cheaper show to produce than other comedies and dramas that make up the network's slate. That could help St. Denis Medical get renewed, though only time will tell. Is NBC is pleased with its new experiment. St. Denis Medical Season 2 cast details. Expect the doctors and staff of St. Denis to return. Mockumentary TV comedies don't usually follow the cliché sitcom formula to the letter, but they are similar in that they usually retain cast members from season to season. In order to build upon the humorous setups throughout Season 1, it's expected that the entire ensemble will return for the sophomore outing. That means the heart of the floor's nursing staff, Alex, will once again be played by Alison Tolman. Joining her will be former surgeon-turned-executive Joyce, Wendy McLendon-Covey, who can't help but meddle in the medical side of the business.